You're very welcome back to the show now. My next guest was diagnosed with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer in January 2017. Since then, she has been fighting damn hard to beat it. You may have seen her in a viral video recently. Take a look.
My name's Orla and I'm a proud patient ambassador with Breast Cancer Ireland. I'm also a 40-year-old young woman with her life ahead, or maybe not. In 2017, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and since then, I've been fighting every single day with the help of my incredible medical team, keeping me alive, living my best life, just like you, because we all deserve that chance. COVID-19 is amongst us right now, and I am scared for my right now and my future. If you don't physical distance, you are putting my life and the lives of so many others in jeopardy. I mean, how many more deaths have to occur? How many more people have to go on ventilators? Take personal responsibility and please stay at home and respect physical distancing. Give our selfless healthcare professionals a chance to catch their breath.
Orla Byrne, it's so lovely to see you again. You're so welcome to the show. Now, normally I would see you in person. We'd be at a fundraiser for Breast Cancer Ireland. I'm an ambassador for them. You're a patient ambassador for them. And we've all been working damn hard over the years to raise funds and fight for a cure. The actions of some people over the last number of weeks, it's soul destroying and pretty heartbreaking. And I don't know about you, but it makes me pretty mad.
I know. Thanks, Elaine. Yeah, I think after the weekend, I just felt so disheartened. And I'll be honest, it was Sunday night and I just could not sleep because all I could get in my head was the images of the crowds that had gathered over the fine weekend. And it was a beautiful weekend, but I just couldn't understand why people could not just maybe take to their back gardens. And instead, I was seeing, crowds of people, queues of people outside a chip shop at one point, and it really just got me so angry and so frustrated because I was here like many thousands of others who have a serious illness, and I'm at home. I've been at home for the past 2 weeks, and I actually only finished my radiotherapy 2 weeks ago. So I did 25 rounds of that, and like so many others, I have been fighting every single day for the past 3 years to save my life and to live my life as best I can. And what's happened, this pandemic, it's absolutely gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching. But honestly, if ever there was a time that we could all be in this together and to help each other out, now is the time.
Because for a lot of people, they think, right, I'm young, I don't have an underlying health condition, neither does anyone in my immediate family. Sure, if we get it, it's grand. That's not the way it works. It's not grand.
No, it's not. And, we've been hearing these phrases of a vulnerable group or with an underlying condition. And we're hearing those phrases over and over again. And I just felt it was time I needed to put maybe a voice or a face to maybe what someone who is supposedly has a compromised immune system, what they look like. It's someone like me. I mean, it's not just about whether you're young or you're older or you're elderly. This COVID-19 disease, it can attack anyone. And the fact that there are so many of us right now, so many of my amazing friends are fighting breast cancer and so many other serious illnesses out there. And, as I said before, cancer can be a very vulnerable journey to go on. We know we're surrounded by our family and friends, but at times you become very solitary. I mean, I'm not fazed by what's happening in terms of having to self-isolate or to spend time, be it on my own or I'm at home with my mother. And, I understand what that's like. I've done that. I've been doing this for the past 3 years. I grafted my way through 6 months of aggressive chemotherapy. So I understand what it's like to have to isolate quickly and your life becomes anything of what you were used to. But here we are now, and, we're being told that we're all in this together. And if ever there was a time as a nation that every single one of us could help each other out, not just those that are compromised like myself, but all of us. And it's disappointing to see the reaction of so many people that they have an attitude of, well, or it seems that way, that if it's not going to affect them, it doesn't matter. And as I said, that's like somebody punching me in the stomach or basically saying that my life and the lives of thousands of others like myself doesn't matter. And we really do.
You've been through enough over the last number of years. You've been fighting it for a few years now. Your diagnosis was a particularly harsh one. You were straight at stage 4. Tell us about your journey and the treatments you've had over the last number of years, just to give people at home an illustration of what you've already been through and you don't need to be going through anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I was diagnosed at 37 years of age in January of 2017, and it came at me like a freight train. As I said, it's stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer, which was a swelling in the right breast. And the tumour then has also travelled into my lymph nodes on my right side, into my liver and into my bone. So it's a very serious diagnosis that I have. And the type of cancer that I have, it can't be cured. So I'm living with breast cancer, but I intend to live as well as I possibly can. And with the medical team that are looking after me, as I said, I underwent 6 months of aggressive chemotherapy in 2017. And then I went on to oral chemotherapy at the end of that year, which I'm still on. And that's ongoing for me for the rest of my life. And then, I tried to get back to life as best I could. But just more recently, in October of last year, at a routine scan, we picked up again that there was shadows occurring on my breast again. So in December, I had to have a full mastectomy of my right breast. And there was also a removal of a significant volume of lymph nodes. And that was really hard. I mean, that's a big thing to happen. Not only is the fact that I'm also in a medically induced menopause, and these are very personal things to share, but I want to get the message out that when I say I have been fighting every single day to take responsibility for my health, doing everything I could to keep myself alive, doing what I'm being told by my medical team. When I have to lie low because my white blood cells are low or my tumour markers aren't up to scratch, I know what I have to do, and I remove myself and I isolate to protect myself and to protect others. So, as I said, I've just finished as well last week. On the back of the surgery, I then had to undergo 25 rounds of radiotherapy, and that was 2 weeks ago. Now, that brings me up to now, and here I am in this situation where I'm self-isolating to try to protect myself after everything I have gone through. I mean, cancer and the diagnosis that I have, breast cancer, it has shattered every single part of my life. But the resilience in me and the strength in me, because I love my life and I want my life, like so many thousands of others out there who are fighting not just a breast cancer diagnosis, but serious illnesses where their immune system is compromised. And here we are now with COVID-19 on our doorsteps, right across the nation, right across the world. And all we're asking for, or all I'm asking for, is for the next number of weeks for people to please stay at home, be it in their home, in their house, in their back garden. It's a time to be together as family, as your family unit. And please, by doing that, you are helping someone like me. You are helping so many others who are vulnerable and compromised to really have a strong chance of getting through this. And I'll tell you as well, it's a great comfort for someone like me when you know that you have the support of the nation out there working so hard. And I know that there are thousands of people already doing it. You just need another level of people stepping up and really taking charge of the message that the government have been putting out there, which is, again, we need to stay together by staying apart.
Yeah, I suppose it won't kill them to stay in for a little bit, to not go out in their gangs and not meet up and have a few pints in their back garden if it's more of a gathering of 4. It won't kill them to cancel a birthday party, but it could kill someone like you to have it.
Absolutely, and it really could, and that's why, I don't say these things, just for the sake of. It's very real, and this is my life, and we're also talking about the lives of thousands of people around the country right now. And, I felt so fortunate that I was able to complete my radiotherapy 2 weeks ago. But I felt so much for those who are also maybe at the start of their cancer diagnosis or a breast cancer diagnosis or any illness. And they're only trying to get their heads around that particular scenario. And here they are now having to take with COVID-19 into their mindsets as well to get their head around. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, well, Orla, thank you so much for joining us today. I know that this will go a long way towards hitting home to people who haven't really got the message that you are our face now of why we need to look out for each other and why we should be listening to what the government wants us to do, because you do some sterling work, some amazing work. I admire you so much for doing what you're doing today, and I have to say we need to keep people like you around as much as we possibly can, because God knows you're fighting it enough yourself. We need to fight with you. Thank you so much, Orla, for being here today.
Thanks, Elaine.
I swear she's just an absolutely amazing, amazing woman. Now we'll take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be hearing from the founder of one of the country's top PR companies about her climb to success and what to do in a crisis.